Okay, in this video we're going to focus on AQA English Language Paper 1, Question 4. This is a 20-mark question, so it's worth as much as questions 1, 2 and 3 added together, and 25% of the marks for the paper. Let's start by taking a look at a sample question. The first thing you might notice here is that you're asked to work with a particular section of the source. It's a good idea to put a box around this section to make sure you're working with the right part of the text. You're then given a statement about the text. In this case, that a student said, "The writer here creates a real sense of mystery and suspense when Montag meets the girl." This statement is there to get you thinking. The examiner doesn't expect a yes or no answer. What they expect is that you'll think about the statement and use it as the basis for your response. It's really just asking you to give your interpretation of this part of the text. Think about what might be going on here and think about how the writer has crafted it. You can see that more clearly if you take a closer look at the bullet points given in the question. If you look closely at the first bullet point, it's asking you what your own impressions are, and it gives you a specific focus. In this case, Montag meeting the girl. This is asking you to show some understanding of what you've read. It's asking for comprehension skill. The second bullet point is asking you how the writer has created this impression. In other words, what kinds of language and structural features they might have used. These are the same analytical skills you've just used for question 2 and 3. This is great because you can use the same method to help you build your response, making notes about how the different features of language and structure affect you personally. For a more in-depth reminder of the method for question 2 and 3, why not go back and watch the pods on those questions? Both comprehension and analytical skills need support from the text, quotations for comprehension skill and examples for language and structural analysis. Let's double-check this by taking a look at the mark scheme grid. You can see that the bottom 2 bullet points ask you to make a response to the focus of the statement in the question and use a range of textual references, which means quotes from the text. In terms of a range, 3 is plenty for the amount of time you have for this question. So this just means you need to show your comprehension skills by making supported points about the statement, giving your ideas, and using quotations from the text to support them. The top 2 bullet points ask you to think about the techniques the writer has used in the extract and how they help to create the impression. They also ask you to weigh up what the effects are on the reader. In other words, the impact on you, how you're left feeling or what you've been made to imagine. We'll leave it there. So to summarize, make sure you're working with the right part of the text. Plan your response by making notes against the text. Select quotations to show what you understand from the text and examples of the writer's techniques, and discuss the effects or impact on the reader. Why not take a look at the sample question in the AQA-style Paper 1 attached to this pod? Try having a close read of the relevant lines from the source material before you move on to the example responses pod for this question. Good luck.